Mom called me in tears. "They're taking the house," she sobbed, her voice cracking the same way it always did when she wanted something. 2 months ago, I might have panicked, but not anymore, because 2 months ago, I found out what they'd done. It started with a scholarship letter. I was reviewing tuition records before accepting a university grant when I noticed something off. The account that was supposed to hold my college fund, the one my parents proudly claimed they'd saved for me since I was 5, was empty. At first, I thought it had to be a mistake. Then I saw the withdrawals. $40,000 gone. Transferred bit by bit over 6 months to a credit union account under my brother's name. The same brother who'd been figuring things out for the last 10 years. The one with a gambling problem and a taste for expensive things. And in the memo line of the final transfer, it was written, "Final debt clearance." My college fund had been used to pay off his mess. My future traded for his freedom. When I confronted them, Mom cried. Dad couldn't even meet my eyes. "It was an emergency," she said softly. "He needed help." "I needed that money," I told her. She reached for my hand, tears shimmering. "You're smart. You'll manage. He's not like you." That sentence burned through me like acid. Not like me. Meaning what? That my hard work made me expendable? That because I was capable, I could rebuild while he kept wrecking things? I didn't argue. Arguments are for people who still believe things can be fixed. I didn't. That night, I packed my life into 2 bags, my laptop, birth certificate, what little savings I had left, and walked out. No shouting, no goodbyes. Just quiet footsteps down the same hallway, where I'd once learned to trust them. I found a tiny apartment across town. 1 room, cracked walls, a leaky sink. But it was mine. And in that silence, I started planning. I began with their finances. Dad had used my email as a backup contact for years, so I still had access to their accounts. That's when I saw how deep it went. Late payments, new loans, and a second mortgage I never knew about. They weren't just struggling, they were sinking. And they'd thrown my future overboard to keep my brother afloat. So I cut every tie. I removed my name from a family business registration. Canceled the automatic payments I'd set up for their property taxes. Called the bank and revoked every authorization connected to my name. Then I blocked their numbers. They thought I was punishing them. I wasn't. I was just stepping back and letting consequences take their natural course. 2 months later, Mom's call slipped through on a new number. "Please," she begged, voice trembling. "They're repossessing the house. We're losing everything." In the background, I could hear Dad shouting, my brother cursing. "I told your father not to gamble with a mortgage," she said, "but he thought you'd help." That word, help, twisted something inside me. Help, I repeated quietly. Like I help with the college fund? Silence. Then, a broken whisper. "We had no choice." I almost laughed. "You always had a choice. You just never chose me." She began to sob harder. "We're your parents." "I know," I said softly. "And I'm your child, the one you stole from." They lost the house within weeks. The bank took it piece by piece. My brother ended up crashing in a friend's basement. I watched from afar, not out of spite, but to understand what it felt like to finally stop being a safety net for people who never once caught me. Mom sent one final message. "I hope you're happy." I didn't reply. Because I wasn't happy. I was free. And there's a difference. People think revenge is fire, that it burns and consumes. It's not. It's frost. It's the quiet satisfaction of watching the same hands that once push you down finally sink beneath the surface on their own. I didn't have to destroy them. I just stopped saving them. Sometimes, I still drive past that old house. The porch light's gone. The windows are covered, and someone else's car sits in the driveway. And every time, I remember the night they chose my brother over me. The way my mother's eyes softened when she said I'd manage. She was right. I did manage. Better than they ever did. When she called that last time, cry about losing the house, she asked me one final question. "Do you even care?" And I said quietly, "I cared once. You spend it."